The first hands-on preview. Oh, yo, 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 yo. All right, you know what I'm praying for when I play this, chat? I am praying for crisp 60 FPS gameplay.
Before you rise the mighty walls of Great Hook. But
Oh.
you're not the only new arrival. A massive skeleton army is sieging the...
How is this not 60 FPS? Alright, this is BL3. But why are they gonna put the agonizer?
Offices in Texas have an entire room set aside with what might be the greatest tabletop RPG setup I've ever seen.
Greetings, inanimate object. Would you like to engage?
Is that a melee cooldown? Listen, chat.
Greetings, inanimate object. Would you like to engage?
Oh, people aren't gonna be happy about that. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, that's gonna annoy people.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. The drawbridge, it takes your flavor, baby.
Works every time.
The first big difference between this and your ordinary, non-imaginary Borderlands campaign is the addition of spells to your arsenal. Cooldown period rather than...
It's a skeleton with a gun.
So you can cast spells to your heart's content and never need to fill up on ammo like you do with grenades.
That looks fun. That looks very fun. I will say, watching this, like, my first impressions watching this is, number one, giving melee attacks a cooldown, which is seemingly what that was at the start. People are not going to like that, especially because guns are just going to outshine them because of it. I don't have a problem with it, but people are going to be mad. And second of all, why the fuck is this not 60 FPS gameplay? I get that this says in progress footage, but holy fuck. How is this not 60 FPS? Like, I don't mean to sound like a dick when I'm saying this, like, but I'm just being completely transparent. Like, this is worrying. Why is this gameplay not 60 FPS? If it's a test build and also you've got IGN playing it, the least I would expect is 60 FPS from it, no? Like, this makes me worry for the optimization.
Melee attacks in Wonderlands are more important than ever.
That looks
before.
very
In fact,
fun.
They're no longer last-ditch efforts to cause some up-close damage like they tend to be in...
Oh, is that a
most
unique? Hold on, is that a unique? Wait. First of all, that Hyperion looks really, really good. Dude, that's got to be a unique. Look at that. Is that a chat? That's a unique, right? Really. I mean, it's early in the game, but look at that thing. That's got a weird... That camo just screams something's...
Most first person. With the exception of the two-handed swords, which have extended reach, triggering a melee attack glides you towards an enemy. In other words, you can attack them before they're in range.
Now, you know what's interesting here? Here's what I will say. I am absolutely very curious, Gearbox. Can I turn off the melee lunge? Because there is one thing that I dislike about playing a full melee Amara, and it's that, I forgot what the name of the skill is, but sometimes I don't want to lunge towards an enemy, and it can kind of screw me over in certain situations. I hope there's an option to toggle that off if you want to. Or maybe, like, I don't know, some way to avoid it if you don't want to lunge towards an enemy. Because I feel like there might be some melee builds where the goal isn't to do that. Like, I don't know what melee is going to be like yet, but assuming there's a way to proc an ASE or whatever it might be just by hitting the melee button, I think a lot of people might get annoyed if they try to do that and they lunge into an enemy. I'd love to see a way to disable that if possible.
I played through during my brief time.
What is that? What is that he's dropping? Is that armor?
So much to see and do in just the one level.
What is that?
I played through during...
He's dropping like that. Looks like armor. So that's going to be its own. That's going to be like the shields, I would guess. There's not going to be shields. There's going to be... I don't remember. I know they posted something a while ago. It's completely gone out of my head now, but that looks like it might be the new shields. Is this armor instead? That's really cool. Alright, so my takeaway from this gameplay is that it looks like all of the new abilities and whatnot are extremely fun. I think this game is going to be a blast. I will say, I absolutely will say, I know it could just be like random or coincidence, but this gameplay not being 60 FPS and not even being like end game gameplay is pretty worrying, because I would assume that after the Borderlands 3 optimization and performance debacle that when they show this gameplay off, they would want to make sure it's clean. But they've not done that. And that's kind of worrying. That's just my main concern here. I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's fucking dumb. But, like, I don't know, man. BL3 is known, or at least was known at launch, for running like arse. And I really, really hope that this game has made improvements to the optimization. Because, like, the gameplay looks amazing, but I can't imagine lunging for melees and then getting a lag spike mid-lunge and then going down. That just sounds extremely frustrating to me. What is that gun as well? What was that? That's a weird looking... What is that? Oh, is that a sword? That's a melee weapon. You know, I gotta say, 1080p 60 is an option. I'm on 1080p 60, but it's not 60. This gameplay is not 60 FPS. I will say, the one thing that's got me most intrigued is the level design. Gearbox has always had really talented level designers, but this kind of level design here, I know I'm going to get the nostalgia freaks in the comments going after me for this. It reminds me of Borderlands 2 a lot, and I really like that. I feel like a lot of the Borderlands 3 level design was extremely open or extremely crowded, whereas the Borderlands 2 levels kind of had this like Mario-esque level design, you know, kind of this novelty to them. That kind of feels like that's returning with Wonderlands. This looks very, very nice. It just looks very, very nice. I really like the level design, especially. Really cool stuff, man. Really, really, really cool stuff overall.